everyone, it's the Witchy Stitchers.
I'm Charlene.
And I'm Morgan. We're coming to you from a warm Colorado. It's 70 degrees today.
It's supposed to get into the mid-80s today.
Yeah.
Heard a thing on the news that by this time on a normal year, we're supposed to have 15 90-degree days already. We have had
Next week we're supposed to have 2.
0. So our weather has been very bizarre. Been getting a lot of rain. Feels much more like spring than it does the latter part of June.
Yeah, considering that tomorrow's supposed to be the first day of summer.
Right? So happy summer to all of you who are looking forward to more barbecues and outings and less weather.
Yeah.
But on the plus side, forest fire chances are down, so we won't complain too much.
Yeah, no.
Let's see. We told you guys that we would try to come back in a week. Obviously we didn't because apparently we have a life. I don't know what we've been doing. The kids have been really busy volunteering at the library. They volunteer through the summer reading program. I can't think of anything else as far as that.
We've just been stitching and
keeping busy, keeping on top of the housework. Got a lot of stuff going here. I've been working on stuff in the basement.
Yep.
Nothing crazy, just very busy.
Yeah.
So, that said, we dabbled with some fabric dyeing. I don't know if you guys remember, but it's been a couple months ago. We went to the Goodwill and we found the
Writ dye.
words, thank you, of the powdered dye stuff. And I had watched a video on YouTube about how to do it with ice cubes. And so I was bored one day and decided to waste some water and fabric. And yeah. So anyway, she is doing, well, I'll do mine first and then she can do hers because she needs to explain what hers is going to be for. So I don't know with absolution what I'm going to do with mine. I just know that I like the way that they turned out, so now I need to go in search of a project that will complement them. So this is the first one, and what I did was I just kind of like scrunched it up like this in my sink, kind of like that, kind of, and I sprinkled, I mean just like if I was putting like a seasoning packet over the top of it, and then completely covered it with ice cubes, and I left it overnight. And I got up the next morning. It was much, much darker.
Very dark.
I mean, like really dark. This was the tan or the taupe?
Tan.
This was the tan.
They were both tan, but the other one...
No. This one was either taupe or brown.
That must have been brown then.
Okay, yeah. Well, what was the taupe one? Was that the liquid? Oh, okay. So anyway, that's what this one turned out like. And I have a sampler that calls for a real dark brown piece of fabric. And I kind of introduced some of the colors to it, and I was really, really happy with it. So I think, it's only, what did I say, 5 by 10?
Something like that,
It's really
yeah.
small. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this one. I haven't decided for sure yet. And then this is the other one, and I
love this one.
love this one.
I think a fairy would look good on that one.
Yeah, like a woodland fairy, or I don't know.
Her goddess, her earth goddess.
You know what else I was thinking about? And I don't have the pattern. I don't think I do. I'll have to look. But ink circles.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're mandalas, like the faux mandalas. I was thinking that that would be really cool on this too. So I don't know. I'm going to ponder it. I'm having way too much fun. Oh, right. They would look really pretty. But I picked up some yellow and some black. I have a chalkboard pumpkin and a chalkboard flag that I would like to do on the black. And then on the yellow, here's my plan. Take a big chunk of the white, put the yellow on it, let it set, let it get all speckled and whatnot, and then splash it with some green for the Joan Elliott Chrysanthemum Fairy. It's a thought. I don't know. I'm still pondering it. That's a huge chunk of fabric. Her dimensions are 15 by 18.
Something like that.
She's huge. So, I mean, that's a big chunk of fabric to desecrate. So, I'm still pondering because Anyway, I've yucked enough.
Alright, so my best friend's birthday is coming up, and the last few years we've been busy. I haven't had a lot of time. Yes, I just cussed on the video.
She used the T word.
I haven't had a lot of time to do anything for her. But this year, a lot of things have changed over the last few weeks. Not going to go into detail. But Mom and I got... Okay, this does not do it justice. I'm sorry, guys.
No.
As I blind all of you with fabric. Alright, yeah, you guys can see a little bit. Alright, so this corner where I'm showing you right now.
So like this corner right here?
Yeah, right up here.
Right here where it's all purpley?
Yeah.
That's a word.
It's a word.
Made it up. I just worded it.
So I'm going to take Joan Elliott's Imagine. It's part of a series. I have Dream. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on that. I haven't gotten it completely kitted up yet. It's not started, but I'm going to do it in June and July. So it's going to be one of the three.
What her hope is, what her goal is. So see, there's... Okay, I'm on the wrong page.
Yeah, you are.
So there's 4 of those?
Yeah,
four of them. And like she said, she's already done Dream. She done this one up here on a real pretty piece of blue.
No, I didn't do that one.
No, that was on white. You're right. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. So anyway, she's got these 3 left. And so she's going to do the unicorn one for her friend. And then we dyed enough, so there's enough here.
The other 2.
So she can do 1, 2, 3. So she can get all 3 of them out of this, depending on, you know, what colorway she wants to use.
This speckle down here, this is my friend's.
This down here.
Yeah, this is going to be hers.
Yeah, because the unicorn will stand up.
Yeah,
well, it'll go like this.
Yeah, the unicorn head will be over
here. I'll get it in a minute.
Here.
Over in here.
Yeah.
Because the unicorn's white.
Yeah, he's completely white, and so you can't see him.
So, if you see...
And I would have just left him be, but he's not backstitched, so he has to be on a colorway that will pop him.
Right. I think it's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah.
So that's her plan. Her birthday's not till October, so she's got a little bit of time. But at the rate things are going and as fast as the clock goes...
Considering I'm going back to school in a month and a half, I really don't think I have that much time until October rolls around.
Right. So... and then segueing into that, so every year, this is the 3rd year? 4th year?
This is the 2nd year I've done it.
So it must be my 3rd year. We do what's called Joan in July. It's Joan Elliott in July, and so, excuse me, for the entire month of July, you cross-stitch a Joan Elliott piece or pieces. And there's a page on Facebook. It's called Joan in July. Or Joan Elliott in July. Joan in July.
No, Joan Elliott in July.
In July.
No, Joan Elliott July. Joan Elliott July.
Yes. And Jessie Marie Stiles, I think she's the moderator or the creator or whatever of it.
She's a Flosstuber, isn't she?
She's a Flosstuber and she's on the Magical Stitchers page too. She's pretty well known throughout the Flosstube community. Anyway, she created this page, or maybe she didn't create it, like again, maybe she's just a moderator. Anyway, she's who we contacted about reactivating the page. Because, you know, it only goes for July, so it isn't open all year round. They reactivated it yesterday. And we posted our my two projects. She posted hers. Here come the yawns again. So I'll let you get my picture out. So I'm going to work to get, so here's the black work peacocks. This is a Joan design. And I decided to do them on the turquoise, and I'm using DMC Variegations 4000. And I'm basically halfway done. I'm at the halfway point. So what my plan is I'm going to toggle back and forth between the peacocks and the wizard, because obviously the peacocks are for Morgan and the wizard is for Dalton. And I don't want to get tired of working on, you know, just one project. So, that said, so this is the wizard, and I started him last year?
Yeah,
last year. Last year. And then, like I had explained last video, I had my surgery and a lot of things going on, and so I didn't put a whole lot of effort into him. I finally pulled him out, and with the Magical Stitches homework group, I've worked on him once or twice? Twice. And made a little bit of progress, but I'm hoping, again, toggling back and forth between he and the peacock that I can get a lot more into him. But that's where I'm at now. And my goal, so the pattern is broke up into 4 chunks. And what my goal for July, I would love to do them all, but that's not going to happen. But my goal is to get basically this corner right here finished. And obviously it's not exact, but I would like to get at least a quarter of him there. So that's like my personal goal for what I'm going to do.
So I already told you what one of my Jones is going to be. I neglected to grab, the second one, but I'm going to finish this cat. He's the last one in the mini cat series before I start the big black cat sooner or later. When I have time.
What is up with your profanity today? Gosh, see?
She's rubbing off on me, isn't she?
I would never do that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I started this lovely recently.
She's gorgeous.
I cannot.
Yeah, I'm just starting.
Shut up.
I know.
Alright, is that in there? Yep, alright. So, I don't have much done. Okay, actually, more than enough done. But, I started this recently. And she's the Mother Moon. You guys can see a trend here, can't you? So, I'm basically working on her nose and the eyebrows right now.
There's another gal on the Joan page that has like all of this done, and then
it
she's
has the
come
outline.
over. Yeah, and she's got quite a bit of this done, and
It's
just
amazing.
an absolutely gorgeous stitch.
My goal is to at least get up here and finish the moth and work on the owls. And I'm going to continue work on this after Joan, but I want to get it done before I go to college. That's
and you're
my
going
goal.
to toggle back and forth on those?
On all
the
three,
three of them?
yeah.
Cool.
I just need to finish kitting up my friends.
Cool. So hopefully we'll have updates to show you every week of how far we've gotten with them. You can post once, you can post daily, you can do whatever. I found it, because the first year I did it, I finished up the clothesline teddies, remember?
Oh, that's right. You should have taken that down. We don't have anything to show this time from the
I
past.
don't. Well, maybe you can go get it.
I don't have anything to show, though.
Oh, okay.
Unless I take down the other puzzle.
No. Anyway, but it was really good inspiration to post every day to, see your progress, and so much encouragement from your other stitchers, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun to do it. So this week was the first full week that the kids worked at the library, minus today. We had some other stuff going on, so they didn't work today. So I decided that I would try my hand at project bags. I'm having a lot of trouble with my sewing machine lately. I need to get it in and get it timed and get some stuff done on it because it's not sewing right. It started when I was working on some graduation quilts, and I haven't been able to get a whole lot done. I've got some clothes to get made, but anyway, it's sewed okay on the bags. I had to mess with it a lot, but I tried my hand at project bags. This is the first one. I did it for Morgan, and I just liked the music because she likes the music and it complemented the butterflies.
This was my dress.
Yeah, this was a dress.
Sixth grade.
Sixth grade. And then the lace was some that I found at the Goodwill. And then I just lined it with like fabric. And I don't have a pattern. I just sat down and went, okay, this size works in this, because that's what I do. I don't really use a whole lot of patterns when it comes to my sewing because that's just me. I'm just weird that way. I like it, but and we don't use Q-snaps, but I know that a lot of people do. So if I get brave enough to start selling them, I'm going to have to
we're going to have to find a Q-snap and size it.
Yeah, and change my dimensions, because I don't think if you had the dimension and even sorry guys, had the grime guard and had everything on it, I don't think that it would fit without being like super tight. And then you take a chance of tearing possibly your Q-snap, or breaking your Q-snap, or tearing your bag, or so I got to play with some dimensions, and I might actually have to like write my numbers down in my pattern.
Well, we took everything that I use on a daily basis and put it into my bag, and it was tight.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're trying about that's English. Or
Because words.
no, stay down. Oh, we're
Poking
trying to put pockets in them.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know. Anyway,
Okay.
and then this was the other one that I did. This one you can see the dimensions are different. I actually ended up measuring this one when I got done, and I think it was 12 by 14, I think it's
Something
what,
like
or
that,
thereabouts. It's not exact. Again, the lace, and then, but this one I still need to come up with a plan for the lining because it's not thick
done
enough. So yeah, so I'm just playing around. I don't want to buy a pattern, and I don't like patterns, but I can come up with my own pretty well. So anyway, that's what I done the last 2 days, well, a day and a half that they were at work. So hopefully I can get my machine in and get it timed and get it back up and going in the next month. They were telling me at the machine shop down the hill that I called that they've got a 3-week waiting period. Do I look like I'm going to wait 3 weeks? Do I look like I have a choice? It is what it is. And my sewing machine guy doesn't do sewing machines anymore. He drives truck over the road now. The business that he worked for, they're out of business. It's rough to be me. Anyway, that's exactly right. I decided to come up with a new travel project. Just because I can't quit yawning. So, there's a story behind this, so I gotta tell you the story. So, I started this project. It will be 8 years ago next week. I had started this project the night that my dad died. I started working on it while our family was waiting for the coroner and the funeral home to come and pick up my dad to take him away. And consequently, I have not worked on this project. I have not picked this project up since. I just can't. Today is 42 years since something horrific happened to me. And I always say that that event in my life is what has turned me into the person that I am. Extremely cautious, extremely guarded, the whole 9 yards. Minus pets, of course. Because they worm their way into your life no matter what.
Watch her with your throat.
This week I decided that I'm tired of looking at this pattern setting in my whip box. Because that's all it's doing, it's sitting there. And I don't know how much time I have left on this planet any more than you do. So I figured that procrastinating is not going to change the fact that I need to get it done. So, that said, this is the project. It's part of the Gold Collection Dimensions pattern. It's pretty good sized. It's 10 by 16. And I love the picture. I adore butterflies, and I even have a butterfly tattoo that Dalton drew.
Except for the orange over here is gone.
Yeah. Dalton drew it, and Morgan did the handwriting. And the cat just needs to be famous, so just deal with it.
And she's not going to lay on our...
And that's how much that I have done so far. Obviously, I didn't get a whole lot done. Cats make everything better. Anyway, so that's my new travel piece. There is a ton, as you can tell, of confetti. Just an absolute ton of confetti in them. But I think it's going to be very therapeutic, and I thought it was perfect to start back in on it today and turn something really bad. For the record, I absolutely hate the month of June. I just despise the month of June. So to turn something really negative into something really positive, I think will be very therapeutic in many ways. So, that said, on a happier note,
I need to talk about my travel.
where are we at? Why don't you talk about your travel project? You can't. Cat's sitting on it.
Before I do that, though,
Watch. Oh, yeah, there you go. Make everybody sick.
Sorry, guys. That's what she's doing right now. Just, there's my project bag. There's Mom's. I have a whip underneath there that there's no way of getting out underneath. That's just happening. All right. We're back.
Sorry for the momentary seasickness. We should probably have put a disclaimer at the beginning of the video. Dramamine required to watch this video. This is why we don't have nice things.
Shut up. Alrighty. So this had to be started for. Don't. No.
Just
no.
talk.
All right. I'm doing my house. I'm changing it up. I'm not doing. Shut up. I'm just doing the seal. I'm not doing the background. Tell me that's right. Yeah. All right. I've been working on this at work because I'm sitting at a table putting up with, pardon my French, jackasses.
Be nice. Be nice.
All right. Whatever.
Not everybody is taught manners. Please and thank you is a beautiful thing. Please instill that into your children. No matter how
And
tiny
not
they are.
stealing either.
Oh yeah, and stealing is kind of a bad thing too.
Anyway.
Soapbox off.
That's the travel project. I forgot the other one. It's R2D2. I haven't pulled him out for a while, though.
I haven't worked on him for a while.
Nah.
Not since our last video.
There's a ton
Here's your
of
pattern.
black in him. Thank you.
Yeah, but
I'm just hiding it.
good chunks of color is that it's kind of.
It's mindless.
I don't
It's
like to
just
say it's
counting.
mindless because it's not a mindless hobby, but it's easy. Leave the cat alone. Okay, so we have some finishes.
Oh, yeah. You can go first now.
Okay, I get to go first. I got this one done this morning. Hopefully when we convene the next time, I will actually have it quilted and have an FFO to show you. This is July, and it's Kathy Haberman's pattern. I need to get August done, like PDQ, because obviously in July I'm not going to be able to work on it, or I'm not going to work on it, because I've made myself a promise to concentrate on those two projects. Even if it's a conflict with the Magical Stitches group, we'll probably, and she and I agreed that we'll probably just do like the penalty stitches unless we can incorporate one or both of those into our homework. Just because I really want to make a dent on that wizard.
I want to get the moon
tired
done.
of looking at him,
Yeah.
and she's having a blast with the moon.
Well,
so.
my goal is, because obviously I'm going to college in a year. I'm going to be leaving in a year.
We don't need to talk sad
Shut up.
things.
I want to put a dent in the moon and finish it and take it with me, if possible. If not, then I'll just sit here until I get my own place after I graduate. So
I'll bring it in here and hang it in the dining room and
yeah,
enjoy it.
just sit right there while she's doing the films.
There you go. No, I ain't filming by myself. Are you kidding? We'll come home when you're on break. What are
That
you talking about? Do I look like I'm going to do this stuff by myself? I'm not even hardly coordinated enough to text, let alone...
your phone's not coordinated enough to text.
No. No. Talk.
All right. I have 2 finishes.
Can't take you anywhere.
I'm 1 behind her.
Yeah,
One.
I have...
No, 2. I'm
15
2.
for the year.
Yeah. 13. She finished 15 this morning. We actually recounted. I discovered that I missed one of my whips.
Yes.
I'm
Special.
special. All right. These were both finished last week with the homework. So I mentioned in our last video, this is for my best friend. Her birthday's coming up.
Her other best friend. She has several.
I have 2 faithful, and one's a pen pal, okay? Anyway, this was finished with the homework recently, or last week.
It was on the weekend, wasn't it? I have something in my eye.
Is it your finger?
Hush. Where's my contact?
Really? I
It
thought
was on the weekend, wasn't it?
No, it was during the week. I finished it for my homework because I had to split between the 2 of them.
Told you it was for our homework for the week.
There. Alright.
This is why we don't have nice things.
And I finished the black cat.
Check out that border. Isn't that
I
border
almost
gorgeous?
didn't fill it. We talked about it. We were
Borders.
going to leave it.
Gorgeous.
We were going to leave it because it looked like books. You know, their spines. Okay. It looked like that. But then I started putting the circles in. And we're like, all right, that's really cool. So we loved it.
I think it looks like Copper Scrolls.
It does.
It's like Black Cat meets Peter Dinklage slash
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones minus
So-
the dragon.
Right?
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Anyway.
Just pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah. I'm going to finish the green one here sooner or later.
Yeah. Well, that's in your Joan challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, but that one's going to go up really fast. I'm procrastinating because it's all confetti.
Some of us like confetti. Speaking of confetti, great segue. Dun, 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 dun. Check this out.
They're going to need therapy once they're done with us.
La 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 la. Do you feel like it's moving? Like,
There's a thing.
am I annoying you?
If you stare at the swirl thing
Yeah,
and then
it'll
look
like-
at Van Gogh,
right.
it actually looks like the stars are moving.
So I am almost done with
And
page
you're
3
giving
and
me
4.
crap about giving them seasickness.
Hush, hush. I'm the mom. It's okay. So I put this segment is going to be called "The Whips We Worked On for Our Homework This Week" by Morgan and Charlene.
AKA seasickness.
So I don't remember what that one. That one was we had to stitch in blue. So
And you... Oh wait, no, the 1,000 stitches
Yes.
was on.
that was yeah.
That was when I wasn't here.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was the 200 and I don't know how many
200
for sure.
stitches.
211. I can't remember. Anyway, 200 and some stitches. The next one that I worked on.
My favorite!
This is so cute.
I love this
just love
stitch.
this. And I'm gonna have to graduate now because I've done as much red as I can. Pardon me, without really jumping, and I don't want to mess up. So this was what I done for the red. And again, I don't remember. It was 200 and something stitches. But the next time I will have to do blue to be able to get back up to some more of the red. So that's blue
I
for next
love
time.
those chickens. They're my favorite.
And this is my
Well,
other favorite
this is the other
package.
favorite.
I've got lots of favorites. So this one I did yellow on because, you know, apparently frogs are yellow. So the frog did come to see me, but
In a good way.
here, la la la.
There's multiple of them.
But so I worked on this one's leg, and
You gave
look,
he-
this one
he
looks
has
like a
mustache.
goofy mustache now.
He's a French
And this,
frog.
right? And then, well, that's kind of appropriate. And then this one was the underbelly of one, so you can see. So let's see, over here and up here, and yeah, you get the picture. Yeah. So he was the yellow that I worked on. Brown, and this is going to turn into my new favorite project. And ironically, so this fabric we tea and coffee dyed
Oh, that's that one.
forever ago. It's been
Watch
a
the
few
time.
months ago. So that's what that one looks like. That was how much I got done there. And this one, I just kept sewing until I got to the end of that strand. This one I think was like 287 stitches. So I did
Kept
really,
river by me.
yeah, I've got it written down somewhere. I don't know. I've slept since then. And then lastly for the homework, I worked on the clock.
Tick tock crock.
Yeah, that's what I kept thinking of the whole time I was working on it was tick tock crock, tick tock crock.
You should
So
have changed it and put tick tock crock in
I
there.
know, right? So that was just the green, and it was like 211 or some such on it that I got done. And then lastly, I worked on just because when I got my homework done, I wanted to work on something else, and I hadn't picked this one up for a while. I started this, oh wow, 99, 2000, a long time ago. And so I picked it up and just started sewing.
She got
Obviously
lots done.
not nowhere near done, but made a lot of progress. Got the spider web done. And I decided when I get it completely done that I'm going to find a little spider charm, just a little itty bitty spider charm, and sew in the middle of the web. I thought that would be pretty cool.
I think it's really awesome.
So that is all of my whips for this week. For the rest of the week, I'm going to work on the butterflies because we won't have homework now we can't start it until midnight Monday. So I will work on the butterflies until then, until we get our new homework assignment, and then we'll go from there. I think that's all my whips. So I think we're almost out of time. Morgan will pause it so we can splice together another batch, and then she will do her whips.
Yep. Okay. Now that we had that video, hold on a second. See safe alert. All right, there we go. Okay. I hate my phone. There we go.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay. Hi.
All right.
So Morgan's going to talk about her whips.
Yep. All right. So I already showed you guys Hufflepuff. That was for the yellow. Actually, do I have it out here? Yeah, I do. All right. So whatever.
Yeah.
She's seeking on it. And she's on the moon.
The deepy kitty. You showed him the moon though.
Yeah, I showed you guys moon and Hufflepuff.
That was her blue and her yellow.
Yep.
Yeah.
208 actually on both of those.
Yeah.
All right. So that.
Each color was 200 plus stitches. At least 200 stitches.
Yeah. All right. So this little guy. I've actually been putting a lot into this bear, and in all honesty, I don't enjoy this pattern. I like
it.
Alright, so this is what he'll look like when he's finished. As my phone falls.
What, Phil?
My phone.
Are you determined to make these people
Yep.
fall up?
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Alrighty. I actually got a lot done in him.
She did.
He was for my red.
All that red and that
Yeah,
red
all this red down here. Oh, and he was also my extra credit. I had to do 500 stitches of extra credit in him also.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
So he's seen a lot of attention these last few days. He will not be a travel project.
And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about with the homework and the extra credit and all that, so there's a group on Facebook. It's School of Magical Stitches and Literature. And it's basically wrapped around Harry Potter.
Yep.
I have not read Harry Potter. I've watched the movies with the kids, but I've never read any of the books. There's a needle.
That's a needle.
And the kids have had to teach me more and more about the books and
I'm
all
determined to find all of the books for her at the Goodwill and stuff so she can read them.
Yeah. So anyway, but so correct me if I'm wrong here. So every 2 months is a year, basically. It's a book. So we get 2 months to work on.
No, except for the first 3 we did it.
No?
No, the first 3 it was January through March.
Whatever she said. Anyway, point being.
1 through 3 was January, February, and March, and then April to May. Wait, no.
No, that can't be right because it was May and June.
So it must have been February and March was 1 and 2, and then March and April. Okay, March and April was 3, and then May and June was 4.
Yeah. Anyway, so you get extra credit assignments. So there was 11 extra credits.
Yeah, I did.
So you can stitch. All of them were worth 500 stitches each, except for one, and it was 200 stitches. But they're different assignments. So, and correct me if I'm wrong, but for Mad Eye Moody, you had to stitch something that had eyes in it.
Yeah.
So that one I did the frogs.
And I did the hedgehogs.
I can't remember what the clue was, but you had to stitch on something that laid eggs. That one
it was for the, alright, so in this one for you Harry Potter lovers, it's where he has to get the egg from the dragon. It's the Goblet of Fire, and his name's put into the goblet, it's drawn, and the first challenge is he has to get the egg from the dragon to discover his next challenge after getting the egg from the dragon.
Yeah. So anyway, so that one was only 200 stitches, so that one I worked on the peacock, and I had misread it, because I thought all of them were 500, so I ended up cranking out 500 and some stitches.
Got a lot done on the peacock.
Got progress done, right? And I can't remember all of them, but that's an example of what the extra credit was. And then like the homework assignments, they tell you, like this week, they dealt with how did they word it? They dealt with the elements. So there was air,
you had to make a love
water,
potion for the ball.
That's right. So there was air, water, fire, earth, and then wood. I don't remember what wood.
I don't know why we needed wood in there.
Yeah, I can't remember. But anyway, we had to stitch on 200 points of either that element. So like if you were stitching like a lake, that could have been your water.
Has risen.
She has risen. Or you could stitch 200 stitches of blue, because that would be your water element. And then air was yellow, and so on. And so, and then on the homework, like we were talking about for July, if the homework doesn't pertain to what you're currently working on, then you can take penalty stitches. And you stitch, I think right now the penalty stitches are like 300 stitches in whatever you're working on.
They equal it, like they even it out to the homework basically.
Yeah, because you don't have to do, so like for the homework, you didn't have to do all 1,000 stitches, 200 times 5. But the more you did,
the more
points your house gets.
That's why they push for you to do like the pop-ups or the extra credits or whatever.
So
anyway, these guys.
You're yawning.
Stop it! You're yawning and my stomach's growling. I'm hungry. All right, these little guys are the last 2 projects I have to do for homework. I'm doing green and I'm doing brown. So I'm working on green right now. And I am inventing new cuss words.
That's for this week?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how much you have left?
A lot.
She has a lot. So
hold on, let me move my thread. I had to tweed the other day.
Oh yeah, you have to tweed quite a bit in this. It's a Rioli's pattern and it's just absolutely gorgeous.
I love this pattern. It's just being a pain in my ass.
But she has to do a lot of tweeting with that specialty thread.
So this is how far I am right now.
Yeah.
You can see the mushroom.
You can see the mushroom, and the thread wants to
be in the picture.
Partake.
Go on. I can't touch it much because I have blush on my hands.
Right.
So up here is part of the hedgehog. I started the top hedgehog, and I wasn't even paying attention. So I'm working down here right now. My conundrum with this, it cannot leave the house. I can't wash this if it gets dirty because this is wool, and we know wool shrinks. I can't do anything with this. It has to stay here in the house. I can't take it to work. I can't take it on our trips or anything. So I have to only work on this when I'm at the house, and it's really a pain in the butt because this is my favorite project so far. And it's not an option. It has to stay in this house, and when I'm done, it gets put back in its sleeve. So.
Well, and it's a good project for us to work on here in the evenings.
It is.
Or first thing in the mornings.
This is basically my go-to after I finish the homework. I go out and I grab this guy, or if I'm already working on it, I
tease her that this is her Van Gogh because it's got
He's my baby.
ton of confetti. She has learned the value of confetti.
I'm pretty sure the black cat taught me the value of confetti. I can't. Okay. Just. Bleh.
Yeah.
No. Anyway.
No.
Did I get everything? Yeah, that's my whip list.
Yeah, we're good.
We forgot to do the giveaway again.
I gotta find it. I think I put it in that other box.
We didn't do one the other day.
No, but we still need to do one for the other one. We need to get the names. Yeah. Anyway, to-dos. So I think that's it. Is that it?
I think so.
Okay.
Do you have anything else you want to say, Kat, since you're here?
Ho says no. Ho's
She's
tired.
asleep.
She's out.
I have 3 whips underneath her right now.
Apparently they're comfortable. Who knew?
I think there's a needle sticking out of one of them.
Right. Well, if she jumps up and squalls like a mashed cat, there's a problem. All right.
Cat.
So, 38 minutes. We've irritated you long enough. Hope you guys have a good rest of the week. I don't know if we're going to be back next week or not. We've got some stuff going on. We might wait and come back to you closer to the holiday and give you an update on life. We'll just wait and see what's going on. In the meantime, do you have anything else?
Just be kind. We actually found a cross stitch with that the other day.
Yeah. No, and there was a lady that we saw. We were in town, and there was a lady walking around. She worked for a...
special needs.
Was it a special needs center? Anyway, and across her t-shirt it had "Be Kind." It was just right as rain. It was really cool. I told Morgan.
I actually just saw one of my special needs friends the other day, too.
Yeah? That's cool. So, alright. Well, I think that's it.
Yep.
Have an amazing week. Rest of the month. Stay safe. And as always, pay it forward and be kind. Tell your friends. Let everybody know about our channel. Feel free to share us if you would like. Comments, thoughts, suggestions, we appreciate them all. And until next week,
Bye.
see you later.